Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Forgot to take off my glasses again. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. And this is the Sleepy Rogue. Hi. I woke her up. She was snoozing quite happily with Hank. She's like, what? It's Sunday. We're supposed to rest on Sundays. You may notice that she goes without a collar. She used to wear a collar. But when they're playing, Hank likes to grab the collar and hold her by the collar. I was like, yeah, no. I like her to wear a collar, but I want her to be safe. And, you know, cats, you can make those breakaway collars, but hers isn't like that, so I don't know. So I have stitching, no crochet this week. I'll explain that in a minute. I forgot to get something. I'm back. I also have some FFOs and some well overdue additions to the Three Sisters Creative Etsy shop. Some project bags that I've made. Not well, I'll explain that too. So I'm going to start off with the FFOs. Borrowed my sister's sewing machine, and the first thing I did was I made this pillow, my Flamazing pillow, sunflower cross stitch or cross stitching for fun. And then I made this pillow. It's called Fresh Lemonade, and honestly, I stitched this so long ago I can't remember who did it, but I think it's Primrose Cottage stitches. And then lastly, this, and I meant to look up the name of this pattern, and I don't remember. It came out in Market last year. I think it was Market. It might have been in fall. I think it was last year. I don't know, time is slipping away from me. Does that happen to anybody else? I also FFO'd this, Stars and Stripes. It's by Stitchy with the Housewives. This is a free pattern that comes with their other patterns, and I am realizing right now I glued it on slightly crooked. Oh well, can't be helped now. And I know that the thing can go this way to hang, but this would have fit. It would have been a tight squeeze, but it would have fit, but I wanted it with the star over here. So I'm going to have to either put it in a little holder thing or attach something on the back for a hanger. So those are my FFOs. So that's a lot of what I was doing. But then I was sewing very badly. It's been so long since I sat at the sewing machine. I started sewing without putting thread in the top, not the bobbin. No, that happens all the time. No, I forgot to put thread in the bobbin. I also was making these project bags. They're already on the Etsy shop with this USA charm. And this one. This is the one with the backwards panel. I guess I did that on both of them. Well, shoot. I made this panel upside down. So I thought briefly that I would fix it. But I cut the zippers when I do this. The zippers are actually much longer, and I cut them, which means that it wouldn't stick on the end here or on the end over here. and that would be very difficult. I'd need new zippers. And I'm really bummed about this being backwards on both of them. Upside down, not backward. And on this one, it's upside down on both sides. Those are upside down only on one side. So I did all this work. They're on the Etsy shop. I discounted the ones with the upside down panel, but I thought it was just two. I guess I'll have to fix it because it's both of them. So this is the only one that I made correctly. And they are 8.5 by 11. You can put an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in here, but it is a really tight squeeze. It's better for a smaller pattern. Now I'm all bummed because it was both of those other ones. The one that it's just one panel I could fix easier, but I have to go get some zippers, and I may still fix them. I don't know. Now, that's what I was doing instead of crocheting. Making very badly made bags. They're well made. They're very well made. But the fabric on those is upside down. And you know, when you sew it, you're working with it kind of upside down, so you have to like be really careful. So this is the, let me switch which order I do this in. I finished the Whip Go calls, kind of. And then I was going to concentrate for 5 days on Botanical Bee. And when I started this month, I had not finished one wing. I didn't put in these red flowers, and I hadn't done this yellow part. I didn't do either of any of the bees over here, the leaves here, or this beehive. There's another beehive that needs to go here, and some flowers and stuff. And then, of course, the stuff across the top. The stuff across the top. So I have to do this other beehive, finish off this one, do all this stuff under here and these flowers. So there's quite a bit left to do, but I won't be doing any more this year. I do eventually want to get these done. I kind of wish I'd worked on it more. I'm going to have to rethink how I do my patterns. You know, I briefly, for maybe 3 minutes, maybe less, considered Helen D's idea of Market Mania for next month, where you start all your market projects. I have too many whips, I can't do that. I may start them anyway, but no. So this is the other pattern I wanted to concentrate on. This is Ruby-throated Hummingbird. I bought this at one of the, might have been at Spring Mingle last year, might have been at the summer one. I bought it at one of the digital retreats that Lindy Stitches has. And it's by Boomerang Stitches, and I absolutely love it. Forgot to say that other one, Botanical Bee, is by Hands On Design. I noticed that she had this out at Market this year. So this is where I am. And I've worked on it part of yesterday and a tiny bit today. Part of the problem was gathering all the threads again. I kind of feel like I should do the way Unfinished Stitches is, and just leave the DMC in the thing and not take it out until it's done. I would save myself so much time. I meant to take out my temperature project. I took out last year's, which I still have not finished. and I didn't take out this year's, which I am taking out right now. Yeah, my brain is not firing on all cylinders lately. Now, once Hobby Lobby is open and I'm not exhausted and I don't have to do anything, by the way, I'm filming this on Sunday evening because there's going to be construction workers in our house tomorrow. I don't know how long they'll be here. They'll be putting in the new shower. If it's half as noisy as the deconstruction was, I won't ever get this video made. So I'll still air it tomorrow, but yeah. So this is my temperature chart this year. Temperature Pets by Jace or JaceBreeze. I don't know how she pronounces it. And this is where I am. Now, it's been pretty temperate, the same temperature the whole week, except for this one day that it was a little warmer. Notice how hot March was. But today is cool and breezy, so maybe we'll get a different color in there. I feel like I'm rushing. Am I rushing? I don't know. Maybe. And I've been working some more on my flag. So one of the viewers is working on the same flag. I wish I could see her progress. This is where I am. I can't wait to get this blue section done. And every time I stitch on it, I'm like, I'm getting closer to getting that blue section done. I feel like the red is going to go a lot faster because there isn't as much decision making. You know, you stitch white or you stitch red. Those are your only decisions. There are 2 colors of white and 2 colors of red, I think, as I recall. But it's not like the 4 colors of blue where you're having to go, okay, what do I put with this and where do I put that? And so they're not, no, it just seems like a lot easier. The dogs got all excited because one of the dogs in the neighborhood is barking. So it was a thing. I can still hear the other dog barking, so they may start again. Now, I am plugging away at this free pattern by Erica Michaels, the America Berry. I try to work on it at least on Sunday, if not other days in the week. And this is where I am. Not very far, I know. I've seen this finished by so many people, and it comes out so beautiful. I'm hoping that fabric is big enough. I didn't really measure it. I put them outside because they're continuing to bark. You're probably going to still be able to hear them. I don't know. Especially my little dog, Rogue. She's quite loud. So I apologize for the barking if you can hear it. I have been working on Anchored Tails by StitchyProse. I work on this when I'm just not feeling anything else. This is where I am. This right here is the edge of the pattern, if I counted right, which I probably didn't, but I tried. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know. And I'm continuing to plug away at We Do Geek by CrazzyStitch. Now she's crying to be let in. And still barking. I finished the Hunger Games section, and I'm starting on the We Are Loyal and Passionate. If I counted right, that's where and is. I will do loyal in blue and passionate in red, and then I'll go back to the brown, and I'll work on that until I get to the bottom. I'm not sure the brown color. I may continue with the brown to do We Do Geek because it's on in this house. Now, before I continue, I'm going to do a little bit of haul. When I was getting stuff for the bags, and I may go back and get more so that I can make them correctly. We'll see. I may just get zippers and fix it. But I picked up these beads so I can make some scissor fobs. These are little stars. And these, and I'll probably blend them together. Maybe. And they didn't have at the Hobby Lobby that I was at, which was not the one near me, they didn't have any more of those USA tags that I put on the bags. Did I show you those? Those were earrings. They're beautiful. So I thought on the scissor fobs, I couldn't find any of those, but I found these bracelet makings. I wouldn't use the plastic beads, but this is Freedom. Well, I know those are plastic. And this says USA. I use the metal stars there. And then I found these at Michael's, another set of earrings. These are floppy. But if I make more bags, I may save these for more bags, although they're probably not as sturdy as they would need to be for bags. Not that scissor fobs shouldn't be sturdy, but I may have to change these to split rings. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been so long since I've made stuff for the Etsy shop that I'm completely out of practice. Now, in April, I was supposed to work on 3 Whip Go projects and 3 new starts, and then I concentrate on 2 more projects, you know, and that was Ruby-throated Hummingbird and Botanical Bee. And I was working on Trick or Treat when I should have been working on Tabby's Halloween. So I thought in May, the 2 projects I was supposed to concentrate on, one of them I've already worked on this year, so I thought I would work on Tabby's Halloween toward the end of the month. And I think this is right side up. That's as far as I am. Now for Whip Go, I'm to work on Cobblestone Castle. Oh, Tabby's Halloween is by Teresa Kogut. Cobblestone Castle, Stitch Toolbox. This is from 2020. 'Twas given to me by a viewer. And I started in the left-hand corner down here. that's where I am. Now when I do a new start, I just work on it one day. When I started on Anchored Tails, I did that instead of the whip go call for my new start, which was Christmas pattern with cats. And I can't think of the name of it right now. And I was just like, I don't want to start that. I don't want to work on that. I don't want to start that. I'm not feeling it. And that's why I started Anchored Tails, because I want to start those. So I may start that later in the year. I don't know, closer to Christmas, but not right now. But I do want to pick up, work on at least some on Tabby's Halloween. The other whip go call is Rollless Hedgehog, and I could not find it to show you. I will find it for next week because I have to start it in on it sometime in May, and I kind of was excited to start on that, the first one, because I'm not real excited to work on Cobblestone Castle because it's Halloween and it's only going to be May. But if that, if I can't find the Rollless Hedgehog, then I'll start on that while I keep searching for it. I searched for it, but not thoroughly. I just searched for it quickly because I wanted to get the video while the light was okay. Now the two new starts I'm supposed to do, one of them is Quilting Berry by Erica Michaels. These berries are really hard because I don't have my template, but I noticed I have a berry that's already cut out, so I'm going to use that as a template on where to start my fabrics. And I'm hoping I have enough of this fabric. This is 32 count Lugana in the color Stormy Night. And it looks in here like I probably have enough. I love Lugana. I like the feel of it. And that could be because I stitch in hand. Obviously, I did a berry on this because it has a berry cut out. So I don't know what berry I did with it, but I have enough to make another berry because I kind of would like to have it where it doesn't take up so much fabric. Must have used this for one of my I did the Seasonal Berries by Erica Michaels. I almost had a crap-a-lanch there. I did the Seasonal Berries by Erica Michaels, and maybe I used this for one of those. I'd have to look back at my pictures to be able to tell you for sure. And the last new start I need to do is Art Deco Autumn by Cross Stitching for Fun. They now go by Sunflower Cross Stitch. And I had dyed this. This is 28 count even weave, and I had dyed this some time ago to do it. So I think it's supposed to go long ways. But again, I'm just going to do the inside leaves. I won't get very far on it in one day, but I'll get some done on it. I happen to get a thread that I need for this, and I realized that the only place that that thread goes is around the outside. I don't think it even goes here on the stems. But when I'm working on it, I'll know more. I'm going to pick those yellows and reds and go from there. So that is all for right now. and I'll finish this and post it tomorrow. Right now it's Sunday night, and I'm starting to lose the light, so I'm glad that I went ahead and did it this afternoon, and I won't have workmen in the background making noise. Well, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you in a week. Bye.